y'all, I am Michele Mazelleğ. What time is it? Hey y'all, I am Michele Mazelleğ. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to share with you all this video clip and then I'm going to come back and talk about it. So let's get into it.
Black people, you have every right to hold other black people accountable for their actions that affect the black community negatively. That does not make you anti-black. That's love. That's real love, because you care about how your community is being affected. It doesn't matter how that person feels. And it's not about punishing someone or degrading or embarrassing someone. It's about educating them as to how they can do better so they can make the changes and we can make the changes as a whole. Otherwise, we're going to continue to run in circles and be completely divisive with one another. We have to hold each other accountable. That's what real love is. Peace.
Throughout my content, all the content that I've ever made on my channel is to hold black people accountable. To remind them that you are not above criticism. You're not above wrongdoings. You're not above being corrected. And there's some black people in the black community that don't want to be held accountable for anything. They don't want to be held responsible for anything. They don't want to be criticized for anything. They don't want you to point out any wrongdoings. They want to do it to everyone else. And they will sit and they will watch a video where a person is bashing black immigrants. They'll watch a video where someone is saying hateful and disrespectful comments about black people who are not black Americans. They will sit there, they will say kudos, they will say yay, they will high five, they will do all of that on social media as long as it is hyping them up. As long as it's making them look good, as long as it's on their team, they will hype it up. But as soon as you say you did something wrong, you need to be held accountable, then that's when they have a problem. It's okay for everybody else to be held accountable. It's okay for you to point out the wrongdoings of others. But as soon as the table is turned, there's always a problem. My content is to educate African Americans about the importance of remembering that there's always a different way of seeing things. There's always a different way to act in a different situation. You're not always the victim in every situation. There are times when you are the perpetrator and you have to acknowledge that fact. You have to accept that fact, and you have to change your actions and your behaviors so that it doesn't continue to happen. But there's some black people in the community that don't want to change. They don't want the perspectives to be changed. They don't want their actions to be changed. They don't want their behaviors to be changed. They want everybody else to change for them, but they don't feel like they have to change for anybody else. And so that in turn then creates this environment where you have black people in the black community who never speak out against each other. They just see these things happening and they keep quiet. And on my channel, and when I say to African Americans, when I'm saying to them, this is wrong, you need to check yourself, it's because we should hold each other at a high standard. We hold everybody else to a high standard. What is wrong with us holding ourselves to a high standard? Why don't we want to elevate the standard? Why do we want our standard to be so low that anybody, you don't even have to do too much? And when you do wrong, then it's totally fine. And you want to justify wrong behavior. And it's like, if you can see the wrong behavior happening in other groups, then you should be able to see the wrong behavior going into your own group and make that correction. But there's some black people that don't want that. They want to continue to do what they want to. They want to continue to be the victim. They want to continue to have this narrative as if they can't help themselves. And it's like, it's 2024. It's 2024. We can't keep making the same narrative and feel like and think we're going to grow and think we're going to move forward if you keep saying the same old sad love song like Toni Braxton said. It's just another sad love song. I mean, that's what keeps happening. The same old song happening over and over again. And then when you have some black people that's like, you know what? You need to check yourself. You need to stop doing that. You need to stop saying that. It's only after you have traveled outside of the United States of America or lived outside of the United States of America that you start to see the different perspectives of America and how other people see. Because Americans, and not just Black Americans, but Americans in general, always feel like if you don't say it the way an American says it, if you don't do it the way an American does it, if you don't behave the way an American behaves, then something's wrong with you. Not something's wrong with them, something's wrong with you. Because they can't fathom that anybody in the world is doing something different and actually enjoys the difference. And that's what happens with some people in the Black community. They can't fathom that you can actually think outside of what the Black community is telling you you're supposed to think. And so when you start saying, we have to look at ourselves and the actions that we do in order for us to move forward. If I see that you're doing something that does not put you to high standard, then you should want me as your sister. As the Black community always on brother and sister. You're brother and sister until you say something they don't like. Then all of a sudden you are other. If you don't like criticism, if you don't take criticism, you're not going to be successful. There's no way that you can be successful without some type of criticism coming your way. But there's some Black people in the Black community. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be told that they're wrong. They don't want to be told that they need to change anything. But then they're quick to turn around to say the same thing to somebody else. The double standard is crazy. It's crazy. And the hatefulness that comes with that is even crazier. And then some of them have the nerve to say and say that the Black people that are holding them accountable, we're the ones who have the mindset of the people that don't look like us, when they're the ones that are verbally attacking us. They verbally attack, they bully, they ostracize, they do all this. They have the same type of actions and the same type of behaviors that people that don't look like me usually do when they're trying to silence you, when they want to put you back in your place, when they want you to not talk anymore. They start using the bullying tactics. They start using that rhetoric to get you to be quiet because they want to put that fear into you. And there's some Black people in the Black community that do the exact same thing. So that's all I have to say on that. I felt like I had to say that because it needed to be said. That's all I have to say in this video. I am Mazellegh. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.